Watch out. So I'm thinking about a new roadside stand. The issue we have here is there's not much access to the wood on the back side of this roadside stand. People will back in and remove like these two single stacks. We'll load them right in their car, and then it makes more work. If they want any additional stacks on the back side, you have to carry them around the roadside stand to get them in their car. The other issue I think is perceived to me is if this side of the roadside stand, the small stacks or the loose stacks here on the right hand side are empty, people driving by going that way only see that they're empty. They might not stop if they don't, because you can't really see the stacks on the back side from the highway because there's trees on the other side. Same with the bundles. I mean, maybe it's a little more transparent because it's more open, but if I'm missing a lot of bundles on this side, they can't really see the bundles on that side. So what I'm thinking I want to do is redesign this roadside stand, maybe sell this one, dismantle it, whatever, and build a completely new one that's all one piece and one size. Go a little bit further out towards the ditch here, and then we'll go a little bit further in, a little bit further this way, allowing us to have all of our wood on this side. People can back right up to it, load it in their vehicles, and they don't have to worry about walking around the back side of the roadside stand at all. As we see here, it's not as easy to access the back side of the roadside stand. It's easier to just get it from the front side, but here they have to get close and then kind of just load the wood around the backside by hand into the back of their vehicles. I've seen some people actually park alongside the highway and walk it through the ditch into their vehicles too. Overall, this year's been pretty good. I'm at sales. We're getting towards the end of the season right now. It's actually November 1st. Took a day off today because it's so nice. We have really, really nice weather these days. Took a day off and I'm going to do some work. Got to get the firewood stand refilled, and I got some stuff around the house to work on. But it's been a good year. We're at about the same amount of sales, just a touch below last year, which 2021 was my first year. I did a full roadside stand the whole summer. This year we're down a little bit, which is surprising. I imagine it'd pick up a little bit. So hopefully maybe next year I have a bigger roadside stand, wider, more accessible. Sales might go up a little bit. So that's my thought process. I did have to replace the money box earlier this summer. It was in June. I had somebody came up and broke into my last money box, stole $45 out of it. There's a couple other roadside stands in the area, and I know of at least 2 that got stolen, broken into as well. I think over about $200 in cash were stolen on that one Monday. And I do have cameras out here. I got one right here and one over there. And I didn't have that one at that point. I had that one over there, and I could not get a license plate off of the vehicle. So we weren't able to do anything about it. But now I have that camera there, and anything else happens, should be able to get a license plate of a vehicle pulling in here. So new money box, and with the redesign of a roadside stand, I probably will try and find a heavier steel money box that's bolted in securely to the new stand and not as easy to break into or steal. So that's also in the cards with this as well. So look at this baby loaded up. Surprisingly sold 2 stacks yesterday and 4 bundles, so October 31st, not a bad day. So this year I've been mixing in, this is all pretty much ash. Got ash in here for the majority. I think there's about 36 to 40 pieces of wood goes in a single stack. And I've been mixing in about 6 to 8 pieces of pine in my loose stacks. Because I've got pine, I don't want to sell it, because people don't really want to buy a face cord of pine. I mean, a lot of the roadside stand and bundles that are sold around here, they're all pine. So I don't want to be that guy that sells just pine. So I've been including and mixing in a little bit of pine with this ash. There's some birch in here too. So that's why, just because it'll make my hardwood go a little bit further, and it'll do fine for campfires or whatever people are using it for. So there's 4 pieces there. I'm just keep mixing it in. I have noticed that there's a retail place in town, a hardware store, selling bundles of firewood. They have been the cheapest. A lot of the gas stations are already $6, $7, $8 a bundle. This retail hardware store has been consistently, since I've been paying attention since I started selling bundles, $4.99 a bundle, $5 after tax and stuff. Just saw this week that they raised the prices to $6.99 a bundle, $2 a bundle. They raised it this summer. I am still at $5 a bundle, still oversized, still large, but with inflation, I don't know. It's hard to, with a cash business such as this, it's hard to justify making them $6 a piece, because now somebody's got to have a 5 and a 1. My primary currency has been 20s, 5s, and 10s. Some 1s, but not a lot. So that's what's on the cards. We'll take this roadside stand out the rest of the year, and this fall, winter, we'll work on designing a new roadside stand. I'll get some dimensions of how wide I want it to be, how tall, maybe about 5, 6 feet tall. And then next spring we'll get some materials, get it built, and get it implemented. Because I've done this plenty of times. Move bundles from the back up to the front. So it looks like I got a lot of bundles, and I don't feel like making more. Right now I've got 2, 4, 6, 8 bundles in here. I'll probably have to make bundles today or tomorrow. I don't sell much during the week this time of year, but yesterday I sold quite a bit. So stay tuned. I'll have some more videos about my roadside stand redo and rebuild of probably maybe a design video and SketchUp about how I go about it, and then we'll have a build video in the spring once they get to building it, and we'll see if we can find a money box that's better, more sturdy, less prone to break-ins. Beauty of YouTube. Set the camera down, drive away, stop, walk back, grab the camera.